Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. Sometimes the challenges come slowly like waves that never stop hitting the shore, and sometimes they come all at once, like a storm that shakes everything we thought was stable. And in those moments, when the world feels heavy on your shoulders, when your dreams look too far, and when your energy seems to be fading, it becomes easy to believe that maybe you're not built for greatness. But here's a truth most people forget. Every strong person you admire, every champion you look up to, was once exactly where you are, uncertain, tired, overwhelmed, and tempted to quit. Motivation is not something people are born with. It is something carved through experience, through pain, failure, frustration, disappointment, and relentless attempts to stand up again. The people you see succeeding today were once fighting battles in silence. They cried, they doubted, they fell apart, but they kept moving. And one day, something shifted. They realized that the world does not reward those who wait, but those who push, those who rise, and those who refuse to let circumstances dictate their destiny. The truth is, there will never be a perfect day to start. There will never be a moment when everything aligns perfectly for your dreams. You will always be busy, tired, scared, or unsure. There will always be bills, responsibilities, expectations, and obstacles. Life doesn't pause just because you want to chase a dream. It moves with or without you. And this is where real motivation comes in. Motivation is not about waiting for the right moment. It's about deciding that this moment, no matter how imperfect, is the right one. Some people spend their whole lives waiting until they're older, waiting until they're ready, waiting until they have more time, waiting until they feel confident. But the ones who actually change their lives understand something powerful. Confidence doesn't appear before you start. It appears because you start. Growth doesn't come before effort. It comes after effort. And progress doesn't come from having the best plan. It comes from having the courage to take the first step. When you look at your life right now, you might feel behind. You might feel like everyone else is racing ahead while you're stuck trying to find your footing. But understand this. Everyone has their own timeline, their own struggles, their own lessons they need to experience. What you see on the surface, achievements, success, confidence, is only the result of battles you never witnessed. So stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop measuring your worth based on other people's progress. The only person you need to compete with is the version of you that refuses to grow. Maybe you failed before. Maybe you tried and nothing worked out. Maybe you trusted the wrong people, made the wrong choices, or gave your best and still didn't win. That hurts, and it's allowed to hurt. But understand something deeply. Failure is not the end of your story. It is the part of the story that makes the victory meaningful. Failure is not proof that you are weak. It is proof that you are trying, and only those who try will ever have a chance at success. Some days, motivation will feel strong. You'll wake up with energy, with fire, ready to conquer anything. But other days, that fire disappears. You wake up tired. Your mind feels heavy. Your goals feel impossible. And that's exactly why discipline matters. The strongest people don't rely on motivation alone. They rely on discipline. They show up even when they don't feel like it. They push forward even when their emotions tell them to stop. They work even when the results are not showing, because they understand that consistency is what builds greatness, not short bursts of excitement. Think about this. Every time you delay taking action, every time you choose comfort over growth, every time you tell yourself maybe tomorrow, you are strengthening the version of you that settles for less. But every time you push a little harder, every time you show up despite the difficulty, every time you take one small step toward your goal, you are strengthening the version of you that wins. Success is not built on giant leaps. It is built on tiny, often unnoticed steps taken over and over again. You will have days when you feel alone, days when no one understands your vision, days when people doubt you or criticize you. But dreams are not meant to be explained to everyone. Sometimes only you can see the vision clearly. Sometimes only you can feel the fire. And that's okay. Your journey is not meant to be validated by others. Your journey is meant to be proven by your actions, There will also be moments when you question whether everything you're doing is worth it. You'll wonder if all the effort, all the sacrifice, all the pain will ever pay off. But understand this deeply: the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself, the tired, struggling, uncertain version, and you will thank them, because they refused to quit. They chose to keep going when quitting would have been easier. Motivation grows when you see small results, but success also grows when you fight through the days without results. There is no such thing as overnight success, only long nights of hard work that nobody sees. And when you finally reach your breakthrough, when everything you've worked for finally starts to show, you will realize that every difficult moment was part of your preparation. So, if you're reading this and you feel stuck, lost, exhausted, or unsure, this is your reminder: you are stronger than you think, more capable than you believe, and closer than you realize. You have survived every single bad day so far. You have overcome pain you thought would break you. You have grown in silence. You have fought battles that no one knows about, and you're still here. That alone means you're not done yet. That alone means you're built for something greater. From this moment on, choose to rise. Choose to grow. Choose to fight for the life you want, not the life you settled for. Choose to show up every single day with intention, with courage, with determination. Even if you move slowly, even if you make mistakes, even if you fall again and again, just keep moving. A slow journey toward your dream is better than standing still. Remember, the strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of persistence. The successful version of you is waiting on the other side of fear. And the happiest version of you is waiting on the other side of belief. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be invisible. You were born to rise, to overcome, to conquer, and to build a life that makes you proud. Your story is still being written, and the next chapter begins with a simple decision. Don't give up. Not now. Not ever.